Hello, everyone. Thank you guys so much for joining us today for our third segment of Couture TV. Hey, Couture TV. Over time, Couture TV. Ow, Couture TV. Thank you for joining us today. Now, let me tell you, each week that we've done this, you guys, we have grown, our views have grown, we've grown in popularity, and I only have you to thank for that. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this with us. Thank you so much for being so supportive. I'm just excited. I'm beyond myself, and I only have you guys to thank for this. So, without further ado, I want to introduce you all to our co-host of the afternoon. She is none other than my friend, Christina Garrett. And let me tell you guys, this woman is absolutely phenomenal. She is the mother of 5. Yes, you heard that correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She has 5 little ones. And I want to say they're all like 12 and under or 13 and under, something like that. She'll be able to tell you about them. But she's amazing. She is your women's productivity and organizational just everything. And she is going to be dropping some phenomenal gems for us today. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and bring Christina in. And this is going to be amazing. Let's give her a virtual round of applause. All right, she's coming in. She's connected, y'all. She's almost in here. Hey, Christina!
Hi. You look so fabulous.
Oh, you look fabulous per usual. How are you doing?
Thank you. Thank you. How are you?
You know, it's been a week. It's been with everything going on in the world and having a black son, having a black dad, having a black husband. It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
But that's why I'm so thankful to have outlets like this and support from people like you who are in there and just like, hey, we're gonna keep this thing going. We're gonna keep uplifting and edifying our community with talks like this. So thank you, Christina.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure. So let's get started, Christina. Tell us more about yourself, who you are, and what it is that you do.
Well, hello, everyone in Couture family. My name is Christina Garrett. I work in productivity and organization for busy women of faith who are trying to get more done by doing less. And so a lot of times we as women are, all over the place. Don't let you be an entrepreneur. Let you have a traditional 9-to-5. Don't let you be married. Add in some children.
Yes.
And a lot of us are walking around thoroughly overwhelmed. And so what I do is to kind of sit down with you and work through your schedule and all those things and help you to put together a better schedule that accommodates your family life. So I'm married to a pastor. We've been married now almost 14 years.
Amen.
Yeah, 14 years. I do have 5 kids.
Yes.
The crazy one is asleep.
Amen.
So I might be able to get through this. No interruptions. But yes, my kids are 12 and under. My twins are 10. And so they are just a ball of energy.
I'm sure.
But it's amazing, being able to mother them. And I'm learning as much from them as hopefully they do from me.
Yes. I love it. Well, again, thank you so much, Christina. So tell us more about, so I know that your IG handle is the Mamathon Diaries. Tell us more, like, how did this whole movement begin? I know that you went viral for your story. Tell us more about that.
Well, to be honest, I started the Mamathon movement before this was a thing.
Okay.
And so, for me, I was just a mom of 3 at the time that was trying to tell her story.
Okay.
And her story was that I was overwhelmed. I was tired. I had postpartum depression after I had my twins, and just kind of trying to rediscover who I was. I think every mom goes through that identity crisis, after you have children. You go through that moment of, who am I in conjunction with loving this family? And so I really just started to blog and, talk more about my experiences and where I had been. And then God was like, I want you to help women.
Okay.
I said, well, God, I don't really feel like I can help myself.
Right.
I don't like I can help myself right now.
Mm-hmm.
But he said, okay, let's work on that.
Okay.
And so over the course of some years, you know, I just started to implement a better system that worked for my family. I had to work on my discipline. I had to work on my mom anger issues.
Okay.
I had to work on communication, you know, all those things that are keeping a lot of us from succeeding in our family lives and thereby keeping us from succeeding in our business lives as well.
Wow.
You know,
Okay.
you can't, every mom that works outside the home or in the home, once the kids came home, it was like, what do I do now?
Right.
And you realize there were some gaps
Right.
that were there, not educational gaps,
Right.
but family gaps.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that I don't know how to talk to my kid in a way. It's not that you're not a teacher.
Right.
I don't know how to talk to kids,
Right.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole movement came together with us just starting out with a simple dinner. You know, I just want to plan something to get everybody together. And then it kept growing,
Okay.
you know. And when my husband got hit by the car in 2016, you know, as many videos as I had done before, none of those mattered.
Right.
What really mattered was the story that God wanted to get out there.
Right.
And so we ended up on Fox News and all kinds of places. But all because of the accident. Like, and I literally just wanted to communicate to the world
Right.
about how important it is to pray for your family,
Okay.
about how important it is for us to slow down and take time and spend time with God, especially as it pertains to our lives as family women.
Right.
And so that flew away. And, you know, for everybody who's watching, who's building a community or a business, show up strong and have some kind of a plan, because you never know when your moment is going to come, you know. And
okay.
I had a plan when I had 500 women in my DMs.
Wow. Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't ready.
Right.
And so I'm ready now, you know, for the continued success, but at the time I wasn't ready. And so, you know, the influx of people, of women, now we're all over the world. We have ladies in 40 other countries, you know, and God has just blessed us to connect with some really awesome women, develop the community in terms of, you know, the ladies I work with, the events, and, you know, all that great stuff. But most importantly, women are taking back control of their lives.
Amen.
And that's what matters.
I love that. So let me ask you this. I know this has been a hot topic, especially just being quarantined. Schools shut down, as you know, and they're saying, I don't know, I'm in Florida, so I know it's a hot spot out here. We're in West Palm.
Yes.
But they're saying that schools may not open back up in the physical sense for the fall.
Oh my goodness.
I know that you are a mama of 5 and you homeschool. What advice do you have for these mothers who have, you know, these full-time jobs that they're working, even if they don't have full-time jobs, even if they're just not used to having their babies home 24/7. It's not like we can just go to the park right now or just go to the mall and let off some steam. We're home, like we're home.
Yeah.
What advice do you have just for us as we're moving forward in this new normal?
Well, to be honest, there's a question I always ask, and I usually make a couple teachers mad when I say this question, but it's valid, and I've been told it's valid. How much time do you actually think your children spend intensively learning every day at school?
Oh, okay.
How much time do they actually spend?
Okay.
Between the teacher saying, hey, no, stop, don't do that, to the 20-something other children.
Right.
Between switching classes, going to the cafeteria, running outside, doing here, and then the time that you spend once they get home doing homework.
Right.
We do no homework. We do no homework. If you didn't get it by 1 o'clock, we'll visit this again tomorrow, you know. And so a lot of times we feel like we need to recreate the school system in our houses, but our homes are home. You know, this should be the place where we feel the most content and peaceful. And if you're not, then let's talk, right? But this should be the place where we feel the most restored, your children included. And so when you're thinking about schooling, even when they send them home with all this curriculum, you know, and all this stuff happening, they didn't need all that stuff in order to not lose information, you know. They just need to be stimulated. So can I engage my children in learning activities for an hour and a half or 2 hours a day? You know, I have children who, you know, my middle son, my twin son, he's all about engineering, and they want to build stuff, and they want to, you know, make things explode and hack stuff, and, you know, they do all this stuff. But it's because kids are naturally inquisitive learners. They never stop talking. They always have questions. Always looking for the next big answer.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times we just let them go down their personal rabbit hole about what they're excited about.
Right.
I can teach my kids anything because my oldest son wants to be a veterinarian.
Right.
So it's, you know, it's all about finding what they love and then providing them with resources to address those desires. But if we think about the amount of time for learning that they spend at school, they're not learning from 8 to 2.
Right. Right.
They're off half of that time. So you with your child sitting at the dining room table
Mm-hmm.
from 9 to 10:30 or 9 to 11, and then you powwow with everybody talking about history
Right.
and everything.
Right.
You know, you talk so much in the car about, you know, life and history and things. So you don't have to have as much sit down time as you think you do. You know, and sometimes we're trying to recreate school at home, but home is home, and we should let it be that.
I love that. Oh, I love that. I'm
Did I say I spent all day?
Right. And
They are not.
Thinking back, like when we were in school, how much time did we really spend just sitting down and learning things? That's a great question.
Yes.
I love that. I love that. So another thing that you said that I thought was so just wow, powerful. And this is something that my mom has always said as well. And I love that you brought this up. Home is supposed to be a place of peace. Home is supposed to be a place of just like woosah. How do you, especially with 5 babies, like you guys are outnumbered at this point. How do you make how do you make sure that you have instilled that? How do you make sure that your home, you know, for your babies is just a place of peace for them? How do you set that up for them?
Well, I want to channel this a lot back to self-awareness, okay? Because as moms, a lot of times we're not self-aware. We don't know that we're PMSing. We don't know that that all these things have gone crazy, so I'm frustrated about that. Not what my children did. The kids are doing the same thing every day.
Right.
Doing what they always do. But today, something happened with you and your husband, or today something happened at work, or today something happened, and it's because of that you're frustrated. Or, you know what, I'm just overwhelmed right now, or I'm grieving with everything that's going on in the media and all this kind of stuff. Maybe I need to unplug because of X, Y, and Z. And so we as adults have to be reminded to unplug and bring it down. Our children have no one to tell them if we don't tell them.
Right.
If we don't tell our kids, you need to take a break, you need to get off of the digital stuff. Why? Because we need time for our minds to settle. But we don't tell ourselves that. You know, we overindulge it.
Right.
You know, so when we're trying to make home a place of peace and a place that everybody wants to be, it's being aware enough of what I need as a person to teach that to my children. You know, so that when they say, Mom, we're fighting, it's like, you know what, you guys might need time by yourself. Why don't you go in my room and draw? You can be in here, and then somebody else can be in there. You don't have to be on any phones or anything, but just spend some time apart, because everybody needs time alone, and that's normal and it's healthy. It's healthy to be left alone.
Right.
It just is.
Right.
You know, so giving them those same, you know, I'm one of those old school mixed with new school parents, so I'm not like woosahing all day. I throw shoes and stuff, you know, I'm like, get your life, you know. But in the broad spectrum of things, it's like, all right, maybe you guys just need some time. You know, if dad needs time, baby, go. If I need time, he lets me go and he takes over. If the kids need time, just go in separate spaces. We've all been together for the last 3 months and now stop. You know, it's okay to take a break, you know, but if we're not aware of the emotional aspect, the spiritual aspect of those things, then we will continue to, you know, lash out at them. We'll be frustrated with ourselves because we haven't walked out of the house and gone walking a couple miles. You know, we're trying to do everything with the kids. Maybe you need to tag team. Maybe you need to, you know, but being aware of self so that we can teach them the same thing.
I love that. I love that. I know, like, that has been, again, we're lucky, we're blessed because we're in Florida, so we can go outside. It's warm, like it's been warm.
It's warm here.
But I talk to my parents and like there's people, I'm originally from Chicago, and so they're just like, what, now it feels good, but for the past 2 months before then, they're like, outside? What do you mean outside? So I love that, like you said, hey, you can go to mommy's room and you can color. You can stay here with me and you can do this, but just finding creative things to do in the home, that's just everybody woosah. Everybody chill.
Yeah, everybody just move. Just move. And I can't count how many times me and my husband came in, we just closed the door and took a nap or whatever.
Right.
You know, we got real teeny, tiny kids. But some folks have 10-year-olds, 12, 14, 15 talking about they overwhelmed. Make them kids go clean up.
Right.
Go to the house and then leave me alone. Don't come in my room.
Right.
You know, so it's just that difference, you know.
Absolutely.
Find a way to delegate it out.
Absolutely. I love that. Okay, so why do you think that why do you think so many women struggle with balance and time management? I know I do. As an entrepreneur, a mompreneur, I have a 2-year-old little boy, and that's just like,
listen.
I have a 3-year-old little girl, and she just constantly, how, why? Break it down for me.
Why?
Yes.
Somebody at my church said we did not consider any of this when we were being grown.
Right.
You know, we were just being grown. I didn't think this through.
Man.
But anyway, okay, so when it comes down to time management, you want to think about what the big goal is. Okay. So I call this the Mamathon 5-tier to-do list, right?
Okay, guys, get your notepads out. 5-tier to-do list. 5. Okay.
So I usually do a client, you sit down and break it down into each tier and what that means for that person.
Okay.
But for the sake of you and everybody watching, I'm gonna do it real fast.
Okay.
So 5-tier to-do list. Big goal. What do I want to be in 5 years?
Okay.
What do I want to be in 5 years? Then the next thing under that is what do I need to accomplish this year to become that 5-year me?
Okay.
Okay, so what do I need? What needs to happen in 2020 still? We got what, 6 months left?
6 months
what do I
left.
still need to do? What do I still need to do?
Okay.
So then after 5 year, 1 year, you say, what do I need to do this quarter?
Okay.
Example is June. I have my conference, which is going to be a hybrid event. I have that in September, right? Okay. So what do I need to do June, July, August to prep for September?
Okay.
In that quarter, what do I need to do that month? Okay. So that's number 4. Okay. And then what do I need to do this week / today in order to become the 2020 version of myself and in order to become that 5-year me? Okay. So when we're looking at all the things that need to get done, there are some things that just are not that important. Okay. So unless you operate a cleaning company, there is no reason why we spend half our day cleaning.
Guilty. Yes.
You're going to blink. And like my 10-year-old son was trying to like play the congos on oatmeal, on a canister of oatmeal.
Of course.
And so I'm like, I know I'm ultimately responsible because I was playing like the go-go videos for him on YouTube, and he was trying to and so then that opened, and then a whole canister of oatmeal all in the carpet. All right, so I'm not paid to clean this up. So mommy is going to go have her client call while you pick these pieces of oatmeal up out the carpet. This is not in my job description. Right. You're 10, you can do that. Right. And so for all of us you need to analyze what your big goals are. So if it's to spend a certain amount of time quality time with your family, not quantity. We have a lot of quantity. Right, especially right now. Not all this quality. If it's to change your level in business, if it's to increase your bank account, if it's to make it to a certain publicity goal, whatever those things are, whatever your personal goal is, you need to let that drive you. So if you have a financial goal to make $5,000 or $10,000 in a month or in 2 months or whatever, then you need to be spending your days, that content of time moving towards meeting that goal. Right. Not just everything. Not, today I call it watering plants because I'm a plant person. Okay. I'm a plant behind me. I have like 5 plants in my bedroom alone. So I would rather water plants. Right. And reorganize stuff or do things or scroll on social media or do things that I'm not paid to do. Not paid to do that. Right. And so sometimes we're out of balance because we did not adjust like we needed to focus on what's most important. And then we end up vacuuming and picking up Cheerios all day. And then we blame it on the kids. Right. Like, y'all just leave the Cheerios until 6:30 and send your invoices.
I know that's right. Right.
Leave the Cheerios and pitch.
Right.
Leave the Cheerios and do whatever it is that you know. You sell insurance or paparazzi. I don't know what you sell. But whatever that thing is, you need to let that drive you during the daytime. Of course, we're amending for flexibility and, oh my God, the kid threw up and this is happening, that's happening. But if you got a yard, take your laptop outside, let the children run and squirt each other with water guns, and then do your stuff there.
Right.
Or if you need to amend for something particular, do that. But let your big goal drive your days. And if it's something that's tangible in your business or whatever, then make sure that you pay attention to that first.
Okay.
But sometimes we're balancing so much, I got to do everything. No, I don't, and I learned the hard way when I got sick. My oldest son was like 1.5.
Okay.
So I got sick, went to the hospital for like 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Had surgery. When I came home, my husband had the 1-year-old throwing away his McDonald's papers.
See.
Picking up his toys and putting them in the box. And I'm thinking, what was I even here for? Like, I was gone a couple weeks. Y'all done put this whole thing together. But it gave me a different perspective about what my family could do to support the mission, So that means I can pull back a little bit. You guys clean up this area. Mommy has an interview. You guys cook your own lunch. Mommy's going to be in the room working. And I've been able to craft that principle, But even with little kids, it's like, all right, what can we go outside and do? And mommy sits here and does what she needs to do as well.
Right.
But it starts early, and it may just be 15 minutes.
Right.
It may just be 20 minutes or 30 minutes. But how many times can you pitch in 30 minutes?
Right.
How many DMs can you get in 30 minutes? How can you, can I just focus this hour?
Yes.
On doing what I need to do, and then you won't feel so overwhelmed later.
Right. When I tell you are speaking to my entire soul. And this is why Kristen is on here right now, because every time we talk, every time we have dialogue, my soul is so just enriched. Like, girl, you can do it. You can do it.
Let's put together a plan. Yes.
Yes. I love that. Okay, so how can women get more organized and help their families get on board with things that need to be done at home? I
love chore charts.
Oh, okay.
This sounds a little bit like June Cleaver or whatever, but I talk a lot all day to these kids, okay?
Okay.
From wake up, good afternoon, everybody. From wake up to bedness, I'm tired of talking to them.
Girl.
So when I do a chore chart, it saves me from having to say it.
Okay. Okay.
I can, my kids are 12 and under now, so they're a little older than yours.
Okay.
But I can now say, okay, whose dish day is it? They rotate, the older 3, they rotate it out. Okay, so whose dish day is it? And they know that whoever's dish day it is not, they're on living room, dining room duty.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, it kind of saved me from talking. Now, I think one of the biggest issues, it's a struggle, especially for women who are married, is the division of labor in the home.
Okay.
Because you will, talking to your spouse, trying to unpack, listen, I need this done. I got to get this done. I feel like I'm doing everything, and maybe your spouse does things differently than you do it.
Hold up. Hold on. Okay. This one is for me. I'm right here. I'm listening. Yes.
Maybe he does things differently than you do it. It doesn't mean his way is wrong. It just means it's different.
Okay.
So we as women have to pull back. We got to pull back and say, okay, this is not bad. I had a friend, she says, yeah, every time my husband washes dishes, he puts them in the wrong cupboard. So I just do the dishes. How, Sway? Like I told him, if I leave, I'm going out for girls' night to hang out, go to the movies or whatever. I don't care what you feed them. I don't care what time to go to bed. I don't care none of it.
Right.
Peace out, family. Goodbye. So it's really identifying what needs to be done, right?
Okay.
And then saying, okay, I am willing to have that conversation with you, that difficult conversation of, I need support like this, or, you know, could you do this in a way that he can receive and respond to?
Okay.
You know, more than just you did this and it was wrong. He gonna say, okay, fine, I'm not gonna do it anymore. Now look at you. Now look at you looking like a whole fool, you know? So for a lot of us, we're so determined to have it our way that you're going to end up doing it your way every time. And what you want to do is micromanage and be OCD about it. And you know, we got to stop that.
Right.
We have to stop. And so I was talking to a client earlier just about, especially with the Black family. You Black, I'm Black. We're going to talk about the Black family.
Right.
So the Black family is, unless you came from a place where division of labor in the home was easily visible, or who disciplined the children, or who helped clean up, or all these things, a lot of times we as women, we feel like he should just know. We feel like he should just see our mental list and come and take something off of that list. We feel you know,
right now, like you're in
I'm just talking because it's not just your brain. It's not just you. It's a whole lot of brains. You know, and so he should just know what I need, or, you know, could you just, and you should be able to finish it, or you should be able to request it any kind of way and to it. That's not how it works.
Right.
Nor can men say, just give me what I want and it works all the time. It don't work like that. You need a little sugar, a little honey, you know. So the same can go to division in the home. You know, our children, we can put that to-do list, that chore chart on the wall with their name or a picture or whatever. And as a mom of little kids, you're going to have to walk with your kids and say, hey, pick this up, go put this here. Okay, now we're going to do this, and kind of walk with them. But by the time they're 4, 5, 6, 7 on up, here's the picture.
Right.
Not just go and do, you know, go forth, children, and be amazing, you know. And then you can say, I appreciate you for doing that for me. Thank you so much for that help. And our significant others deserve that same grace. Okay. Babe, oh my gosh, you cooking dinner? Nobody cooks chicken better than you. Oh my God. This pasta right here. This is the best thing I've ever done. You need to cook more often, because you know when you cook, I just, ooh. You know what I'm saying? But there's a little sugar with what we do. You know, I'm good for throwing something at a child, get your tail up and go do what I said, you know. But there should be sugar with what we do for each other, period. Kindness, love, please and thank you. Right. You know, my kids don't say, Mom, you don't got to ask us. I'm like, but it's polite. Right. Because you're a person, I'm a person, I should show you respect. And if you take too long, I will throw my flip-flop. I try not to. Get your right. That mom too. You know, I'm not all peaceful and patient all the time. But, you know, with becoming more organized, you know, you're going to have to implement those systems in, and then follow through with your kids to make sure that they're doing what you've asked them to do. And then with your significant other, you may have to say, could you please, do you mind on your way out doing this for me? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Because he's not in your brain walking around looking at your honey-do list. Right. He's just not. Right. And lastly, I want to say, nobody else is going to care as much about your home or your organization as you will. Right. You're the queen of the castle. Nobody else is going to care as much as you will. So the other day, I organized my bookcase. It was driving me crazy. I had like extra mail and all this stuff there. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is making me nuts. I want my home more feng shui. Yes. Nobody else cares about this. Nobody else cares about stepping over shoes in the doorway or none of this. They don't care. That's on me to fix that. You know, no one else is going to care. It's on me to fix it. So I did. Now y'all maintain what I did, but I did do it, you know. So, so you know, but you will have to at some point go in it and organize it the way the queen wants it, and then ask your family to reasonably support and help out with those things as well. Exactly, Janine. Mom things. These are just mom things. Mom things. Stuff that irks you. Absolutely. So now I'm gonna ask this question, and I'm gonna ask this because you said I could. So I'm gonna ask it, okay? Oh. So we're here and we're in quarantine, right? We're at home. The kids are here constantly. What advice do you have for us as moms, as women, alone time with our spouse? How does that work? Like, how do you, with your 5 babies, how do you work that up? Because, I mean,
we deserve that too. Like daddy needs that, mommy needs that. Let's just be honest and real. How do you still cater out, create that special alone time where it's just mommy and daddy time? How do you do it?
Okay, so number one, melatonin gummies.
Okay. How early can we start giving those?
My 2-year-old gets them.
Perfect. Okay. Target, let me get on my little app.
Listen, they sell them at Dollar General, wherever I get those little gummies, they feel like they're getting a treat. I'm like,
they really love gummies.
So so my older kids know, even if we're just in here napping or whatever, that we don't want to be bothered. Like, you have to be able to have that separation. We have really little children. They so disrespectful. They don't care nothing about, they don't care anything about, what time you want, what nap you want.
Right.
So, if we can get everybody on a similar sleeping schedule, at least, I know I struggled when I had like a 2-year-old and infant babies, and then a 3-year-old, 4-year-old with toddler twins. I mean, just throw me off a bridge. You know what I'm saying? I was so tired. I was like, please, somebody just end me now. I'm so tired. But I think the need is identifying the schedule, putting the family on some kind of a schedule where, we're toning it all down at 7 o'clock, So even if my 2-year-old, he's the turned up one. He's like, I drank coffee my whole pregnancy.
Your little boy, right?
And
your 2-year-old is a boy. Girl. Whoo. Yes.
He's crazy.
Yeah.
He just spins like a top all day until he just passes out.
Right.
So, melatonin gummies at 7 o'clock, and then everybody just kind of sitting down going into chill mode. He's asleep by 8.
Okay.
And so my older kids get it too, because sometimes they need help, just bringing it down. I take it myself. Okay, I'm about to lay on this couch and just chill,
Chill.
So that helps, number one, melatonin gummies.
Yeah.
Number 2 is, like I said, doing that schedule for the family. So, all right, I know at this time my husband's taking lunch. He might be coming home for lunch. So we know what lunch is. So, all right, y'all, this is mommy's designated quiet time. So for the kids understand that. Maybe you have small children, that's their nap time, okay? And then, scheduling your business stuff around, I asked my husband to give me, a couple hours notice, it's like, okay, he's like, what's your afternoon looking like? And I'm like, it's, but I got a 2 o'clock spot, so there's that communication. We want to be all spontaneous and all, but the truth is, nobody has time. I'm gonna need you to let me know what time you're coming home, so I can move something, cancel something, adjust something, so that he doesn't feel like I'm too busy, I'm too diva for what matters. Right. You see what I'm saying? For keeping that connection, for enjoying time with each other, even if he's just bringing lunch home and we're sitting, not lunch, but lunch. We can, just time, but I move things out of the way. Because me as a homeschool mom, as an entrepreneur like you are, sometimes schedule so full of stuff. And even though we've made amendments for the kids, we haven't necessarily made amendments for our spouses. And so then we have husbands that are like, women who say, he doesn't, he's not invested in my business, or he's not this. He's like, no, but you staying up all night clicking on the keyboard isn't working. You with no space at all to help him find something, or start to get to that place of he's keeping me from being my best self, and all the stuff that we go on this whole extra thing about. He don't support my business. Yes, he does. No man really wants a woman that don't do nothing. But most of the time we get so enthralled in it, and we fall so deep into it that becomes our boo. And not our husband, and then we have to learn how to pull back some and say, okay, all right, at 9 o'clock, everything's going off, at whatever time, no more working. Even if we're just sitting on the couch chilling, I'm doing nothing but chilling on purpose. I'm resting on purpose, or we're going to bed early on purpose, because this is important to me.
Right. And you used the term that I like there. You were talking about amendments. So like, you have your amendments for your children, you have your amendments for your spouse. Can you delve into what that means exactly, to have these amendments?
So I can you, Demia, right? For about 2 years up, he has no respect. He just busts the door down, right? He has no respect. He just doesn't. He just doesn't. Most kids say so. For you, you're interviewing, we're talking as moms. So I understand if your 2-year-old comes running in or my 2-year-old comes running or whatever happens. We can make amendments for, what time of day it is, for nap times, or,
Okay.
So I know at 2 o'clock, I'm putting my kids down. So I may not schedule an appointment, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like with a potential client for that particular time, right?
Okay.
And I make the same amendment for, so usually my husband comes home for lunch at like 1 o'clock, from like 1 to 2 or whatever. So maybe I won't schedule anything for that time that he's going to be here.
Okay.
You know, because I don't want to say, hold on 1 second. Yeah, babe, what's up?
Right.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I'll make you some lunch. Give me a minute. All that kind of stuff
Right.
that we overwhelm ourselves on purpose, sometimes we're just doing too much. And I need to say from this time to this time, that's an open spot just in case, maybe I won't try to pack client calls in all day long.
Right.
Maybe I won't try to do this all day, but instead I'll say, all right, at this time of night, I'm turning it off. Okay, so my husband comes home around, or hey babe, what time you coming home for lunch today? I don't mind heating you up something. So that he knows, that this is important enough to me that I'll put my day on pause to see what you need, and then we can go forward. And usually a husband that gets what he needs is very responsive for the wife. She says, you know what, I'm out, or I need to buy this, or can you help me here? They usually pretty stuff like that. You married a man that he has your best interest at heart.
I love that. Christina, thank you. Like, this has been, I promise you, like, these are nuggets and gems that I know I needed. I know my girls out there, Couture team needed. This has been so good. So please, before we end this, tell me, you said that you have a conference coming up. Tell us more about that, and also tell us where we can find you to continue this dialogue. Tell us more about your business. Tell us about your website, where we can find you, so that our tribe can continue to support one another, pour into one another, and connect with you one-on-one.
I would love that. Okay, everybody. So you can find me on Facebook and the Gram at the Mamathon Diaries. You can feel free to hop over to my website, runningamathon.com, to find out about the services that we offer. If you want to shoot me a DM, I do everything from 2-hour intensives to VIP days and things of that nature, where we go to the spa and fun stuff like that. But, just to help you all craft a schedule that works best for your family. And we're really just open. Like, most time people need someone that they can tell things to. Me and my husband aren't doing this. Okay, well, that's part of the problem. We need to tweak this and do that. To have those conversations. The 5th Mamathon Conference is going to be a hybrid event this year. It's going to be at the Stone Mountain Resort in Stone Mountain Park in Georgia. But we're only taking a very small social distance group of about 20 ladies for the in-person event. So if you're in the area, you want to come and hang out with us and learn and grow about how to work on your home, how to manage your business, and how to be your best self, then I invite you to come and connect with me. Just follow us and you'll see all the details.
I love it. Thank you. Look, let me say, Christina, she gonna get you right. I remember one of our first conversations, she's so brutally honest, but it's in such a loving way, chat. And I'm gonna be so honest right now. This is embarrassing on my end, but let me see. So my little girl at the time, my baby girl, she was 1. Christina, tell me if you remember this. My daughter was 1-ish. She was like 1.5, almost 2. And I had my little boy, and they were both still sleeping in the bed with us, okay? And so we all we're talking on the phone, and I'm just like, oh, I'm so tired, Christina. I'm so exhausted, just going on and on and on. So I told her that part. She said, girl, get them babies out of the bed. Get them babies out of bed. Christina, you will be so happy to know them babies are out the bed. They have been for over a year now. I am finally having some semblance of rest and sleep. But if you ladies, tribe, Couture team, if y'all are out there and you just see somebody real who's going to tell us to be real, who knows from experience, again, Christina has 5 little ones, 5 guys that are all under the age of being teenagers. She's doing it. She has a very successful business. She's gone viral. She's been on several platforms. She knows what she's doing. So please, please, please connect with her. Again, Christina, tell us what your IG handle is, please.
The Mamathon Diaries.
The Mamathon Diaries. The
Yes.
Mamathon Diaries. Connect
Yes.
with her on Instagram. You can connect with her on Facebook. And also her website is
runningamamathon.com.
www.runningamamathon.com. Christina,
Yes.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Tamia.
I appreciate you. Mwah.
Thank you. All right.
All right, girl. All right.
Yeah.
So, for our couture team, thank you guys so much for tuning in with us. It has been absolutely wonderful. Please join us next week, y'all. I'm flabbergasted. I am so excited about what we're going to be doing next week. We're going to change it up a little bit. So we actually have an event curator by the name of Cervante. He owns this bomb business called Tailored Moments. And when I tell you these gems that he's about to drop for us, like he's going to show us, hey, we all at home, we still quarantine, but there are so many great things that you can do from the comforts of your home to just party, to celebrate, to have a good time. So please join us next week. Same time, same place, right here on our Instagram account, The Couture Agency. Join us here. Can't wait to see you guys. Can't wait to continue this dialogue. Christina, mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you so much, sis. This was great. This was absolutely great. Please connect with her, you guys. She's amazing. She's phenomenal. Just as cool, chill, and down to earth as she was on here, she is in real life. I can guarantee you that. So again, thank you, ladies. Thank you so much for everything. We will see you guys next week, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here. Bye.